got stories.
Okay, Amanda, this is a family thing?
This is a family thing. One thing growing up with my mother is we always had to have animals in the house and many animals. And this is one of the paintings she did called Members of the Family. And this was my brothers and myself, our animals and pets, and my parents' pets prior to our birth. And then after we left for our own life, the pets that have really been in our family for a course of, 30, 40 years.
Long time.
A long time, starting with the dachshunds and the poodles. My first cat is the orange one in the middle, and it was named Can't Know because I didn't know what to call it, so I said Can't Know.
And always has the bowls.
And Mississippi, the basset hound, because Mississippi was long, like the river.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and then the raccoon we had. Because every family has a raccoon, and this was Stripes, my mother's soulmate, who lived with us. It was my brother's pet. For 13 years we had Stripes. We lived in the country. And then we moved into the city. She was spayed. Her teeth were filed. We had padlocks on the refrigerator because she could get into the refrigerator. She used the kitty litter box.
She slept with us?
She slept in my parents' bed along with 2 cats and 2 dogs. She traveled with us up to our place in Michigan every summer. She went to Canada one summer with us.
Mm-hmm.
She was in a garbage can commercial, which she bought herself a rhinestone
she got
collar
paid for it.
out of her
Cool.
money. And this was
garbage cans.
So this is where my mom with the animals. They're members of your family.
Okay.
That's where it came from.
And that's where the name of our top company, Members of the Family. Whether they're cartoon dogs or a live one, they're all parts of your family.
Understand. Well, that's just
a good
neat.
one, yeah.
And so in the store, we're also selling posters of reproductions of the oil paintings my mother has done, because I find it very important for parents especially and teachers to put nice art on children's wall early. And it's cost effective, that it's an inexpensive piece of art that they could start in their children's room so the children can start learning appreciation for artists and paintings.
Well, it's been proven over and over that the earlier that you're able to get a child to appreciate things that have been extensionally made by another person, they're able to take that into their right side of their brain and use that as they go through life.
Correct.
We constantly around here drive left side accomplishment, left side doing, left side ego, that type of thing. Well, we're paying a price for that right now here in the sandwich generation. So this idea even of just having the whole collection of everyone that's been there over the years, I don't know of anybody that's ever had a pet that doesn't miss it. I have a German Shepherd that I miss every day.
That one, particularly one, we love all of our animals, but there's always that one that just had that extra something.
Always is.
Even a goldfish.
Or a raccoon.
Or
a rabbit.
Or a raccoon.
There you go. Well, that's interesting. That is neat.
And because of that, my pet rabbit that I had for 12 years in this house, along with my cats and my children, it also traveled with us when we would go on vacation and stayed at hotels with us.
I see.
The eccentric side of our family.
Well, we all have our stories, don't we?
Yeah, we do. Well, this actually was done. Let me tell you a good background on why I actually did it. Pimpernel company in England that made the placemats, sold all over. They were going to do a series of 6 placemats of mine, taken from groups that I have done, commissioned portraits of people's more than 4 or 5 animals. I mean,
right.
We were not the only ones that had a lot of animals. So, but we only came up with 5. So consequently, they needed one more for their set. So then that was my opportunity to do ours. It would never been done if it hadn't been done. Oh, that's right. No, the one I did for England did not have the raccoon in it because I didn't think people out in the public, out in the world, would understand this raccoon as one of our pets. So then afterwards, when they returned the painting, then I painted her in.
I see.
And out of that, with the raccoon not being in there, one thing I think my whole family will agree upon is raccoons should stay in the wild. This raccoon had the most amazing life, but it is a wild animal.
Only.
And it really should be left in its habitat. And if you're going to have animals, it's
wild
cats,
animals
dogs, and fish. But none of us in the family would ever take
another
another
wild
wild
animal.
animal into our home because they are wild animals, and that's where they should be. So
But
maybe
I'm
that's the
certainly
gift
happy
she
we
gave
had
us.
her.
That's
Did
what
they?
we learned.
Yeah, that's been my experience too.
Yeah.
They should not. So
absolutely.
I just want to say that she was a great pet, and it took a lot of work on our part to keep her. But they
She
should be
may-
where they should be.
And she did have the record of being the only spayed raccoon in the world.
Right. And she had the zoo. It was her.
Jerry Theobald, who at that
Ah.
time was the vet for the zoo, was
Okay.
her.
Was her vet.
He-
But we would not do that
no,
again.
huh?
As
I
much love
understand.
as she
But
brought
I'm so
us.
happy we did.
Well, thank you for sharing that. That was most interesting.